All right, so you know what was one of the most time-consuming parts of water cooling for me when I first started was picking out the right tubes. I mean, there's so many different styles. You got PETG, you have acrylic, you have brass, and then you have glass. Now let's talk about the most popular one. PETG is the most popular one. It's cheaper, easily malleable, like you can tell right now, and a lot of people use this. But the one problem I have with PETG is that when you start putting fittings or collars around it, it scratches a lot easier than the other ones. But you know, other than that, discoloration is another problem when it comes down to these tubes. After a while, if you're using colored fluids, you could see the tubes start changing colors. Acrylic is another popular one. It's not as malleable as PETG is, but it does shatter a lot faster than if you were to use PETG. It is glass-like, so this is gonna have a more of a clear look when it comes down to your fluids inside. Then you got brass tubing. This is also another favorite one of mine because brass tubing just gives you that machinery look, which is really sick. You can also spray color these. You know, I spray paint the other ones for my Lee & Lee build. I really like this, and to cut these, they're pretty simple. You just use a pipe cutter, metal pipe cutter, and you should be fine. And then my all-time favorite one that I just got introduced to a few years back is borosilicate glass. This is like by far my favorite tube to use when it comes to my builds. You guys seen so many builds of mine use borosilicate glass. It is a lot harder to cut because you do have to score it and you do have to kind of break it off. So, but at the end result, it looks really nice. The fluid looks good. Just think of a glass cup that has Hawaiian punch in it. It's very, very saturated with the colors and it doesn't discolorate anytime soon. So, and the question is, if you're water cooling, what tube will you go with?